So I think when recreation professionals think about when to invest in a trend or when to ignore it, it's really important to think about consistent demand to really assess whether that trend is something that's going to be stable over the long term or kind of more of a short-term thing. And so it's really important to conduct needs assessments and to really take an equitable approach to understanding the needs of a community and the demand for different types of programming or activities or facilities. In terms of incorporating emerging trends into facilities, I think it's important to think about ways in which you can create multi-use spaces that are functional for different purposes. And so something like pickleball, for instance, one of the things we've commonly seen is lining multi-use courts. And so that way, like a basketball court, maybe you might add pickleball lines to that, or like tennis courts, which I think a national trend in sort of the decrease in a lot of use of tennis courts in local park and recreation spaces, for instance. A lot of agencies are then adding pickleball lines, for instance, and that's really revitalizing the use of those spaces while still allowing them to be used for other activities. So one trend that I think is really kind of shaping participation in recreation is kind of the extent to which sort of the number of people participating versus how often they participate. And so we know, for instance, that the number of people participating, say, in outdoor recreation as a whole is generally increasing, but that people, like the number of outings they're taking, the number of trips they're taking to do those activities are actually decreasing. That's one thing for professionals to think about in terms of ways in which they might be able to create more opportunities for sustained and frequent participation, whether that's like, reoccurring sort of things on a monthly schedule or bi-weekly schedule, things that get people outside in sort of a sustained fashion, rather than just like one-off outings or one-off trips. But I think simultaneously, it's also really important to consider the constraints that people face that might be leading to them spending less time in outdoor environments. The lack of time, having other demands and other sort of life obligations, things with one's family. And so creating kind of accessible multi-generational opportunities for programming is really relevant. If you're interested in recreation management, check us out here at George Mason University. We have an awesome program in recreation management where students can really do something they love and enjoy and make a great impact on the field.